Any area that got flooded out last time should anticipate that the rains will be heavy and they should take precautions against similar floodouts. Maui County has been preparing this since yesterday afternoon, so we've been activated and working on the situation for over 24 hours now. Officially, as of 7 a.m. this morning, our EOC was activated. 11 o'clock last night, we've sent out a warning to all of our community members that they should be prepared for high winds and to be looking at heavy rains. So we are tracking this, and as Flossie 2 makes its way towards us, we're anticipating that tomorrow morning we should start seeing the major effects of it. Now, understand that these are all predictions. We're not certain, but we have to be able to make sure that we are prepared as a community. I want to make sure and stress to everyone that this is going to be a very troubling time whereby we don't want everybody out trying to fill in gas and not being prepared. So if you can, have your bottled water ready, your emergency kits ready, make sure that you have sufficient supplies at home. The duration will probably not be very long. You're looking at somewhere under a day, but nonetheless, that is not a certainty. The conditions that we're looking at probable, and I'm going to just look at some of the notes that we have. The rains in excess of 6 to 10 inches are possible. We're looking at a sustained winds of 35 to 45 miles an hour with gusts as high as 60 miles per hour. And we are looking at surf 12 to 18 feet. Now, we're very concerned here on Maui because unlike most storms that come through, which are buffered by the Big Island, this storm pattern is starting to trend sort of around the Big Island, so it'll just barely hit the Big Island, and it'll focus in on Maui County. So the whole pattern is showing almost a direct hit headed toward Maui County. And without the buffering of the Big Island that we normally have, we expect that the weather will be a little bit more severe than normal. So we're not certain because we haven't been hit with a pattern like this in a long time. And we are trying to make sure that the public is protected. And we feel very, very sure that as long as we're prepared, whatever happens will happen and we'll be able to take care of this community. If we don't prepare, we don't want to look at the consequences later on and say, well, we should have. So we're making sure that all of the different agencies, and we have over 40 agencies that are involved in the emergency situation. We're making sure that all the hotels, all the hospitals, all the different organizations, you'll be seeing public works and emergency equipment standing by on the side of the roads. The areas where we are prone to flooding, those of you that have experienced flooding from the last major storm, areas in Kihei especially, be prepared to see very similar type of flooding and to be able to have to react to very similar type of flooding. Again, there's no guarantees, but we're anticipating that this may occur, so be prepared for it. If you have had sudden rain water coming through your property during the last heavy rains, expect similar types of incidents. If you can, clean up your areas, make sure that everything that can blow is battened down. Everything that is in the way of being able to be washed away, make sure that you pick it up and prepare your emergency kit. Okay? So if everyone will cooperate with us, we'll try and get through this as cleanly as possible. We're hoping for no casualties. We're hoping that everyone will be able to weather this as if it were just another big Kona storm, but we have to be prepared. So thank you very much, and stay tuned to all the emergency broadcast networks for further updates. Again, this is a weather situation. There's not a specific pattern that we can predict. We're working with the best information that we can, and things do change, so please stay in touch with your communication, whether it be radio, TV, or otherwise, and keep the updates. But we're anticipating tomorrow morning, sometime in the morning, around 8-ish or so, we should be seeing the effects of Flossie coming through.
And where do they track that now? What part of Maui specifically?
We're expecting the weather to come in from the Hana side and then sweep across through Haiku, Paia, and into central Maui. So this is very different from the normal patterns where we come in on the other side of the island and being buffered by the big island. So be prepared and expect that every place in Maui County will be a little bit wet and very windy.
And in terms of storm surge, I know they said that the east-facing shores would be bringing in high surf. Is it going to affect the rest of the island or just the east side?
We're not certain. So the Coast Guard is warning all of the boaters, taking some to deeper waters, making precautions that they're moored correctly. So we're asking everyone that has a boat to check your moorings, make sure that your boats are secure. Even though we predict, predictions are not really accurate until we're very close to the storm. So we're out about 24 hours and we're going to be slowly but surely getting more accuracy. But until it actually hits, we won't know.
Are you planning to shut down the utilities at all, or the wastewater place?
All the non-essential county facilities will be closed tomorrow. So places like motor vehicle will be closed. If you have Department of Planning things going on, they'll be closed. All non-essential will be closed. We still do not have word from the Department of Education as to whether or not the shelters will be open or not at the schools. We will not be using the civic centers as shelters because many of them have a lot of glass and the strong winds may destroy some of the glass. So we're using most of the schools as a plan for shelters. But we still do not have word from the state as to whether or not they will be open at this time. All of the county facilities are in emergency mode. There are specific plans on what to do. Because this is a heavy storm, we wouldn't be shutting them down. But the operations will be curtailed to make sure that all the equipment and all the personnel are safe. Same with water and public works. But we have to be able to mobilize a lot of equipment to make sure that we have proper equipment in the proper place when and if we have road closures or debris on the road, or in areas where we know we're going to have challenges like in Kihei. We're making sure that we have equipment in case that weak bridge out in Kihei over by Mauilu has a problem with it. Hey, any other questions? Okay.
All right. Anything else? All right.
Okay. Thank you very much.